One.
Okay.
Okay. 你好, Shifu.
你好.
Welcome back. So we are meeting again to talk about different stories from Wudang, from Daoism. And today you brought a story from Zhuang Zi.
Yeah, like a Zhuang Zi story, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So the story is about useless, or is a thing can be used or it's useless. Which one is good? Is useless is good, or is useful is good? So this is a story about this. It says there's a tree growed on a local 土地神. 土地神 is a god for local god for the land, local land god. It's like a little temple. Every village have those temples. So normally behind the temple, the side of the temple, normally has a huge tree. Almost every village has it. So the story says Zhang Zi. Zhang Zi is a person's name. He go to Qiguo. Qiguo, that's more than 2,000 years ago, a small country. He visited there. He brought a few disciples. The disciples follow him. Go through the mountain, the pass, go up, hike up to the mountain. Then see a local land god temple. That's a huge tree. And the tree, the shade can cover a few thousand buffalo to rest under the trees, under the tree. And the tree grow all the way to the halfway of the mountain. And the branch can make a big canoe. The branch can make a mini canoe, the boat. Then his disciples come together there, and they surprise. The Jiang Shi just keep going, and the disciples, after enjoy the view and catch the master, says, "Master, the tree is so big. Why nobody use it? Nobody cut it?" Then Zhang Shi says, the master says, "This tree is useless. Useless called 散墨. This tree, if can make a boat, the boat will be sink, cannot flow, because the material, the wood. If you make the wood box for a dead person, if it will be small, what's the worst words, will be damaged by the water. So not strong for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And if you make a furniture, it's not strong enough. If you make the door, the window, it always come out, the water will come out always. So it's useless, cannot do anything. It's not straight. So that's why this tree is stayed, live so long. So the biggest use is because it's useless. Because it's useless, it save its life.
Uh-huh.
So the story has that's half of the story. Later is talking about the. So you need to be useless too. So more in a society, normally people's, they know useful is good, and very few or nobody know useless is also good. So that's a little story. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Because is this correct, Shifu, that in Taoism sometimes and Lao Tzu talked about not being too much part of society, stepping away from society sometimes and society's expectations. Is that correct?
Yeah. What are you saying? Yeah.
So when sometimes when Taoist masters become hermits, they leave society, they step away from society and live in a cave, right?
Yeah.
So is society viewed as the rules of society sometimes are seen not as not good in Taoism?
Yeah. So normal people they live there is a useless person. Yeah. Their time is useless.
Yeah,
actually,
that's what
yeah.
So like in society, it's like have a job, work hard, be contributing society in the town and the city. So if someone goes and lives in a cave, sometimes maybe people say that person is not being useful, right? But from a Taoist point of view, they are doing something important.
Yeah, their time is not useful. They're not doing any work, anything. So it's not good for anyone. It says.
And in Taoism, how is this for? In Taoism, are you
in Daoism? It say because it's they're not involved to many things. They have the big time. They can concentrate. So concentrate in the deeper meaning of the life and open their wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, for health or mentally. So it has big use, different use.
Yeah. Would you ever do that, Shifu? Would you ever go and leave society for a period of time?
I think not need to wait. Still need to wait. Not too early. Yeah, need to go through the normal life. So even in the normal life, just don't go to concentrate on always be useful. So this story just telling us, even in the normal life, in the society, we should not always forget or focus. Everything should be useful. Sometimes useless is very good for other side.
Yeah. It also makes me think that for that tree, it's by being useless to people, that tree preserved its natural state. It stayed as a tree. It stayed how nature intended it. And maybe is a lesson for us as people by not stepping into society's expectations. Oh, you need to be a businessman. You need to be this. You need to be that. That we can stay maybe closer to a natural state, maybe.
Yeah, sometimes too useful, then you lose even lose life.
Yeah.
So the tree did not grow in the middle of the road. They grow on a mountain next to a temple.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. So sometimes if I have students who say, oh, I can't come to training because I have to work. I have to go to work. They are being too useful to other people and it's getting in the way of their training.
Yeah. You need to have, balanced.
Sometimes
you need to, yeah.
No, you carry on, please.
Yeah, sometimes you need to do things looks useless, but it has a good use.
Yeah. Your Shifu, he spent some time, Grandmaster Zhong, he spent some time in the cave. Is that right?
Yeah, he does every year, spend some time in his cave every year.
And when he was younger, did he spend a long time in that cave?
When he was younger, he spent a few years there. Yeah, when he around 30, 40 something.
Yeah. So he had taught you, and then he left the school and went and stayed in the cave?
Yeah, he did. Stopped everything. Yeah, leave the school, yes.
Did you go and visit him in the cave?
Oh, during he was in the cave, I was in United States. Yeah, this at the same time.
Two very different environments. He was in the cave in Wudang and you were in the United States. Wow.
Yeah. When I come back, he already come out of the cave. Yeah.
And was that easy for him to do you think, to leave? Because I imagine he had lots of responsibilities teaching students and having a school. Was that easy for him to leave that school and leave everything and stay in the cave?
He left the school, actually, their disciples already been a main coach, or can take over everything.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? The idea of useful and useless being something that can change, and sometimes that can be different to what society expects. It's very interesting, Shifu.
Yeah, after he come out of the cave, he was I think it was grow bigger than before the cave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not just a school bigger. His infection. Yeah, his name is more.
Oh, like his reputation, you mean?
Yeah, reputation. Yeah.
Okay. Why? Because people heard the story of him being in the cave?
People want something really, like someone really doing the practice. Then people want, harder to find him. Then people really want him.
I see. And there are other masters who live in very simple accommodation on the mountain, like the bee Taoist, the master who...
Bee Taoist, he live a cave right behind the temple. It is a way, but it's not that difficult, but it's still in the night. It's like nobody can visit.
Yeah. So when a master lives like that, more people want to visit him. Do they maybe consider him to be more wise and holy, and they want to visit him?
Yeah. When they live in a cave, they can concentrate themselves, can concentrate better. The people want to visit him. They really listen carefully, listen better. Yeah. More respect.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's important for us to think, I think, to always decide, is what we're doing useful or useless? And is what we do, who says it's useful? Maybe society says it's useful, but maybe not so useful. Always depends, right?
Yeah, depends. Normally use the standard of the normal people, says it's useful now. Yeah.
Shifu, that's a really good story. That's really thought-provoking. Thank you.
Yeah, just...
Okay, great. Well, we will meet for more stories next time.
OK， yeah，
谢谢。
谢谢。